Hey, a pleasant day. Have you ever wondered how it looks like to see a crystal? Well, it's a very luxurious having one of the real crystals we have on Earth. To tell you honestly, you can make one of it on your own. Crystal growing remains more an art than a science. In this video, we are going to make a solution to form an alum crystal. Alum or potassium aluminum sulfate is a chemical compound that is used in various ways such as deodorant, pickling food, in fire extinguishers, and probably most important use is in the purification of drinking water.
Part 1.
Formation of seed crystal.
For our materials, we have the alum, string, filter paper, tissue, funnel, jars, and wooden stick. First, we need to get a cup of hot water in a glass container. Dissolve a quantity of the substance to produce a saturated solution at the elevated level. Add some more alum until it stops dissolving. By the way, you don't have to put all the alum into the container because we are making a seed crystal only. Saturated solution is made when you can see some alum at the bottom of the container. After making a saturated solution, we need to filter the solution in order to filter out dust, insoluble substances, and excess alum. You can use filter paper in funnel. If no filter paper, you can use towel paper. Cover the container with a piece of paper to keep dust out. Allow the container to sit undisturbed several hours or overnight.
Part 2.
Growing of crystals set up.
After 18 hours, small crystals were formed. Before getting your seed crystal, first, you need to pour out the solution in another container. You can observe that crystals formed hard at the bottom of the jar. In my case, I have to crack some of them to be able to get my seed crystal. Remove some of the crystals. A beautiful and transparent crystal. This will serve as your seed crystal. To tie the seed is very challenging. It takes a lot of patience not to crack each one you have. Make sure you have some selected crystals that will be your backup in case your chosen seed crystal cracked up. Finally, I have tied the string on my crystal. You have to tie the other end of the string to a wooden stick. You will hang the seed by the stick into the jar, far enough so that it will be covered in liquid but won't touch the bottom or sides of the jar. Prepare the second solution. I have the large jar because I want to have big crystal. The first jar I used on the part 1 is very small. If you also want a larger size of crystal, a larger jar will do. Just like the process of making a solution, you have to pour warm water and dissolve alum. The goal of the solution is still to be saturated. Again, you have to filter the solution to remove the excess alum and dust off of the soluble solution. When you have the right string length, hang the seed crystal in a jar with the alum solution. Make sure that it won't touch the bottom of the jar. Cover it with a tissue and grow a crystal. Good luck!
Part 3.
Restarting crystal growth.
You may have noticed your crystal have stopped growing. If this happens, it is because the crystal will only grow when the surrounding solution is supersaturated with solute. When the solution is exactly saturated, no more material will be deposited on the crystal. To restart the growth of the crystal, remove the crystals that have formed on the bottom of the solution and warm it to dissolve the additional crystals. If necessary, add small amounts of water and warm until all the crystals dissolve. After dissolving the crystals, cool the solution. After the cooling process, you have to pour the solution in a jar container. Now you have to add your large crystal. Make sure the crystal will not touch the bottom and side of your jar container. Allow your solution to grow undisturbed, and after that, you will see how your crystal will grow larger as what it is.
Part 4.
Harvesting the crystal.
Six days after.
Wow! Pretty well that the solution is beside a light and warm salt crystal here. Now, we have to harvest the crystal. Honestly, I'm so happy to see the result of my crystal. After a few days, you can take out the crystal out of the jar and put it on the filter paper or tissue. The crystal is pretty large. It's almost on the 8th centimeter of the ruler. Finally, wash the crystal with minimum amount of cold water to remove dust and impurities on the surface. Dry the crystal using tissue paper or towel paper. There we have it, alum crystal, which is aluminum sulfate. To make a larger crystal, you can use this as seed crystal and heat the solution again to allow all alum is dissolved. Repeat the steps we did and you can have a super large crystal.
Crystal alum.